here.
It was day 247 of travel admin slowly chipping away.
Okay, hold on. Nope.
It's alright, it's okay. Doesn't really matter if you're old and gray. It's alright, I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright, doing fine. Doesn't really matter if the sun don't shine. It's alright, I say it's okay. We're getting to the end of the day. High tech, low tech, take your pick. 'Cause you can't teach an old dog a brand new trick. I don't care what anybody says. At the end of the day, there's a place that I can't find. A drink or two to ease my mind. Golden days. It's alright, take your time. Everybody thinks that you passed your prime. It's alright, it's okay. Still got plenty
Rob
to
Smith
say.
here. It's July 17th, 2000. Wait a minute, I gotta also find where I am here live. Cucumber fumbling. I changed it to my account.
It's alright, it's okay. Doesn't really matter if you're old and gray.
Hold
It's
on.
alright, I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright, doing fine.
Of course, it doesn't show my.
The sun don't shine. It's alright, I say it's okay. We're getting to the end of the day.
There we go.
High tech, low tech, take your pick. 'Cause you can't teach an old dog a brand new trick. I don't care what anybody says.
Streaming 118 seconds ago. Oh, there you go. All right. I haven't spoken today yet, so I've been up for about an hour or so. It is 11:10 a.m. here Central, 12:10 p.m. Eastern. Maybe this Eastern Central stuff is all going to go away soon. We'll find out. In the meantime, I've done a bunch since I was last here. This I drew during my live at 7 p.m., which I'll do again tonight at 7 p.m. I'll pull 3 words. And these are the 3 words I pulled yesterday: glasses, wiggly worms, and guitar. And I did that. It's not one I colored it last night while I was on the phone. But and I just posted this over on my post page. What the hell do they call it? YouTube posts, I guess. It's their version of kind of their Facebooky thing. I also did more work on this Cabaret Capri, and I've really come in here and laid this out further. I'm not going to try to tackle this here because I'm not prepared to do that. I've got to think about it because I've really gotten this to a point where I need to figure out, I need to think and look at it for a bit, because I'm going to put a blue here, but I don't know if I'm adding much more watercolor to it. I think it works like it is. Why is this thing tilted? Still have not got my new arm. I'm waiting for the new arm. Some things did come in the mail from the same source, but not that. So that's on its way. I do want to. Sorry, the sinus is going nuts, and I'm got my nutrition drink. Probably need to drink more of that. Oh, hello, Shay White. I think I'm probably feeling a bit better today too, but not certain of that. Yeah. Now that I'm talking, I'm going to go add color to this, and that. I think I may start with this. And this is the program where I was going to add color. Where is my actual watercolor thing? That's not it. Where to go? Hold on a second. Sorry, I was no, I don't know where my watercolor the actual palette. I could use these others, but right now I'd rather use that, but I don't know where it is. I'm doing too many things at the same time. All right. I've got water here. Oh, maybe it's over. No, it's not there. I'll move this around. I've got brushes. I'm trying to get myself, I've got some book illustrations to do, and I'm trying to get myself back in the mindset of what I used to when I was doing those. I'm going to turn one other thing on here. Help me focus a bit. Where's she at? Lockers. I was using it last night. I don't know where it is. Wow, my voice. That's my voice about 10 years all the time. I don't know where the watercolor is. But tonight at 7, I'll do a Hobbit to Be. Right now, let me see about something weird. That's not, that's what that's the watercolor set I got from Pop Shelf. And I'm not clear if they're even still around because we lost the one in Ocala as I was leaving Ocala. And I don't know if there's one here. I haven't checked. Except I'm not used to this one as much. Well, I was using the other one just last night. Didn't realize. But I was also trying to real quickly, I wanted to get that posted, the Wiggly Worm, so I did. I love this ballerina elephant drawing. Yeah, this. I was on the phone with a dear friend of mine who is a great, inspiring individual, and she was saying I need to get that colored, so I will gonna add color to it. Yes, apparently a lot of people do. When I posted on Facebook, some folks even sent me money about it. So it's I guess I need to do more of those. The Wiggly Worm one was kind of tough. But while I was on the phone, I thought I'll just add color more. Well, I think I started to add color here. I'm sorry for having sinus problems. I'm trying to slow down. I plan on working on the children's book project next week. In other words, getting myself more. I was doing this earlier, this year, where I was doing some fairies and such. See, to me, this is broad, or the Wiggly Worm are all broad cartooning, like broad slapstick. But the children's books need to be a little bit more tame and less broad. So I'm trying to get myself thinking less broad, even doing these. That's why I think the Wiggly Worm looks very rather unprofessional. Oh my gosh. I wasn't thinking I was feeling bad until I started talking, and suddenly I'm having trouble speaking. Now the thing is, the Cabaret Caprice and Six Gun Territory are on crescent board. This is not crescent board. This is just simple sketch paper. So I have to be very careful what I do here because it can't take a lot of paint. Wiggly Worm could not take a lot of paint. And the intent of the Hobby improv is to do broad cartooning, not to do. So I'm looking at trying to do one thing one way, one thing another, which isn't easy to do. It does take a certain mindset to do it. Come in here and do that right here. I was thinking I wasn't going to work on the children's books here, but I'm rethinking that I may just indeed do that because basically it's advertising for the because these all are all self-published, which is the only way you should do anything these days. Do not go to a publisher; they cannot get books out. You just get lost in the morass. Of course, it's up to you to get the word out, and one way you do that is me working on these here. Now, yeah, I could spend. I'm still going too fast. I've got to try to slow down. Not easy. I need to speed up. I need to slow down. I got both going on because that's what I did with the wiggly worm. I did that, painted that relatively quickly, and that's fine. Now, I didn't get as much reaction to this chicken, which is why I'm color. If I screw this up, screw it up. Oh, I'm glad to see you again. I love seeing the coloring. Thank you. And these are just regular. Yeah, I don't even think you have a Dollar General over in the UK. Whereas you can't go very far here without running into one. All throughout Florida, they're everywhere. There's one here not more than a mile or so away. And they own Pop Shelf, who does. I don't think you can order. I don't know if you can order that stuff online. That's an interesting thought. Because I think these watercolors are brilliant. And for the price. I've not thought about looking for these online. Most watercolors are watercolors, but there's good to find ones that you know work well. And these I found, I've had these now. I'm confused when I got these. Was it 3 years ago or 5 years ago? I can't remember. It was one of the North Carolina trips. Where I discovered Pop Shelf. Okay, enough of that. I don't need to go on and on and on there. Of course, I've just been hanging around with a lot of chickens over the last few months. Kidding me. bought more figurines from the car boot. You bought, and I may take pictures of them. You bought more figurines from the back of a car. What are you dealing with, Del Boy and Rodney? I'd watch those two. They're always selling things out of the car boot. I don't know what I'm not sure. You say this was at a, what we might here call a thrift store? And what do you mean figurines? I'm not sure. I think I showed this figurine I got right here. Again, these things fascinate me at no end. I mean, just the understanding they took that little heart, glued it on this white thing, that glued it to this, and I'm handling it like it's nothing. Again, that bird, just unbelievable how, I mean, it's not coming off. I mean, I could break it off, I'm sure, but wow, I just can't believe the detail of these things are extraordinary. I've got a few here, because I have, I think I mentioned our Armani figurines, but I could not bring those. I may bring them August 18th. I might make a trip back in. I have to. I gotta get them out of the storage room, so they're definitely coming with me. I have nowhere to put them here, though, really. Okay, let's get to that basket, which I see as kind of, so there's a lot of orangey stuff here. I don't get too specific here. Yeah, take pictures of those. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're going to put them on your post page? I don't know if you have a post page. Do you have one? Oh, you post there? Or you just post? I know you post over at Threads, which I never visit. It's not letting me open up your page. Don't you have a page here? Maybe you don't. I said to post your page here so others can find you, but maybe you don't have one. I thought you did. Well, then, fine. Yeah, you should get a page here so you can post stuff. What the hey? Oh, you left Threads? Well, where are you? Where are you located then? Instagram? Are we connected there? I only mostly use Facebook here. Then I post my happy swampy whatever, a whole assortment of pages, but I really don't look at much of their posts. I really don't look at any posts. I just post and run, which is not good. That's not good social media. In fact, you make a good point. I post over at Spoutable. This one Imgur I have, but golly, those guys, if they don't like something, they all come and attack you for it. And I've been relentlessly attacked by these idiots. But I keep posting there. What are they going to do? And I don't like blocking. I don't block. I don't think I've blocked anyone ever from Facebook. But I've had to block some people over at Imgur. Spout off. There we go. I did not put that wiggly worm there. I did now. Thank you. Where's your work then? I know you like to keep really super secret. That's nice. But when you're doing as much work as you're doing, you might as well tell folks where you are. I'm not gonna figure it out on my own. I don't even know if you go by the same name where I think yeah, you weren't the same name on the threads, I don't think. And I don't even remember where I've mostly seen you. I'm trying to figure out, and I still need a broader brush, but they're over there. I'm not gonna go get them. But boo 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 boo. Well, I don't know. Where do you find your artwork, Jay White? Where you putting them? You gotta tell folks. You know, you don't have to tell anyone, but then why post at all? I don't know. I can't. I don't know where you are. Beyond, I don't think I've seen your work. I probably haven't. I don't remember. I'm not a social media maven or whatever they call them. I'm not even a maven. Have a little bit of blue in here. That helps. That'll help. Yeah, it helps. Yeah, that helped the hat. All right, now what color to make this table? My friend Melissa was saying I'm still putting too many earth tones. Maybe I'll make it psychedelic. No, I'm not doing anything like that. No, you can't make me either. I don't care what you say. Uh, um, somebody, it should be an earth tone, frankly, but all right. Okay. Well, all right. I post my work on Blue Sky and Kara. I don't even know what Kara is. Kara Birds. Well, thank you, Shay Wise. See you later. Yeah, I couldn't use Blue Sky. I was posting over there, which is a strange place for me to post. But then I couldn't get on there anymore. I think because of the computer. I've been meaning to try to do it with laptop but I'm not putting that much effort into all this. Obviously, I'd hang around these places and look at them. I just like the idea I'd be on Blue Sky because I don't fit well with there, actually. What do I only uses 2 of them? So many. And it's not hard to post. Unless they make it hard to, like Blue Sky made it hard to post, so I stopped posting. Or I got hacked to death, and that got me to stop posting. Shay White College joined me on Facebook too. Post from Kim Allen to me, and Kim Allen was going to join back on here, but she just really wants it over at Facebook. She want to come over to YouTube, which says something. But I'm not getting. She wasn't joining her YouTube either. I mean Facebook, which is why I'm not there right now doing lives. So I do that. Something beyond. I mean, it's still Earth Tony-ish. Now, my next thing is what am I going to do for my next uh, Florida history? And I need to find. I'm using postcards. I've got books. I've got so much stuff. So I pulled out some postcards here. That's a lot more nice. I did. This is the old Palm Plaza Hotel on Highway 1792 at Winter Park. This is all gone. It was there for a long time, but it's gone now. I can't use that. That was on Winter Park, Florida, right there. I think there. Actually, what's there now? I'm having a little trouble remembering exactly where it was on. One of my eyes are going 459 South Orange Avenue. South Orange Avenue, Orlando Avenue, which is what 1792 is at Winter Park. I believe it's well, no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. Never mind. And this, what was this? This was the Hotel Alabama, which was also Winter Park. But see, I could do something with that, but I think I'm too obscure there. This Baggett's Cottages, and Baggett's Cottages were, the Baggett's were all over, this is all Winter Park. 1792, this is all Winter Park. 1792, and this is also 1792. And this is where the Hollyanna Orange Grove also was, on 1792 Winter Park. And that's what that is back there, is the Orange Grove, believe it or not. And that's back before, you can see a sidewalk here, but this has been hand colored. So, but this, I believe this was not all sand, it was gray. I think it's a postmark, no. Mile and 3/4 north of Orlando on the new 1792. And this is down the street. This is 848. So it's 4 blocks away from the Palm Bay. And this was near Baggett's had a grocery store at the corner of Minnesota Avenue and 1792. And this was by that, which later became Steak 'n Shake. All right. And this is a variation. This is not Winter Park. This is over at Daytona Beach, I believe. Yes, this is the Daytona Beach Imperial House. There was one in Winter Park, oddly enough, not far from where the motel was, Palm Plaza. And it's gone, too. The Imperial House. There were I think there were 5 of them or 4 of them, something like that. Can't do anything with that. This is a Mount Vernon. They're all Winter Park. Mount Vernon Inn. The first version, then they did a whole addition. This whole thing got the pool was the whole thing was redone, and a road was put through here. Which maybe that may be it. Hold on, stickers away. So they actually took that became parking. This became, what was that, New York Avenue at 1792. I can't really do anything with this. Great scape. This is Winter Park too. Yeah. This is the Alabama Hotel looking out to Lake Virginia. I'm sorry. Yes, Lake Virginia. Winter Park Mall. I could do something with Winter Park Mall. I can't. That's too tall. I can't. That's too tall. The critters wouldn't make sense. People would make sense. That's why those people are so tiny. You can hardly tell because that fountain's so bit tall. It's not going to work. This is Rollins College, Knowles Memorial Chapel, the Edith Bush Theater. Later was named Edith Bush Theater. Place. Is this postmark? Okay, it's postmark. Oh, my glasses will pick up on it. Might be able to see it better now. Can't remember if this was at the same time my mother was there. My mother was there, my father was there, I was there, my sister was there. Oh, well, there you go. There's another one. This is the one in Sarasota, the Imperial House. It was also called Morrison's Imperial House. There was a chain of cafeterias known as Morrison's. Morrison's owned Imperial House. They had their cafeterias, which was in Winter Park in 1790, offset, but well, eventually on 1792. And then also had the Imperial House, which was on 1792. These were very, very popular places. Imperial House was an upscale steak place, amongst other things. A cocktail lounge, had live music. It was a cocktail lounge that was separate from the restaurant itself. This was known as a high level place, and this is Silver Springs. And I do have some images. I could do a Silver Springs, and golly, that's done a lot. This is more Silver Springs. Ooh, there's more than one in here. I found this interesting. I thought when I saw this, what this is it's someone took a picture of this lady. They got this picture and they put it together before all this AI nonsense. That's also Silver. So these are all three. There are three of them or two of them? Two. Okay, both Silver Springs. Oh, there's the Fontainebleau. I'd love to do something, but this is too far away. And the Fontainebleau's complete. All this stuff's been demolished. The pool's still there, and their cabanas go out that way now. Their cabanas over here. There's a whole condo here now. This is where I got cards, I believe. And we're back to its cottages. All right, well, I can't use any of that. Never mind. Got anything else here? What else is in here? I just need a postcard where I can interact the critters with the whatever. Yeah, I could also do Florida history classes here too. These from Second and Charles. I don't know when I buy these. I ain't taking them out. It was in Gainesville back at one time. I think it was Jacksonville got boxes of postcards that said "Some to Gainesville." This is Coral. Oh my God! This is a variation of the Granada. This is the Granada entrance over at Coral Gables. This is Granada, the avenue right here. And I just, online here, actually right there is a color version of this. Excuse me, terribly sorry. Yes. All right, this is the original version from 1940. George Merrick, owner. Yeah. So I also see here a color version. Almost picked this up and I did not buy it. I was going to buy some others they already sold. This is Alabama, right? I think that's the Alabama Hotel. I can't read it. It does say Lynn, Massachusetts, Swamp Scott Station. Oh, that still exists. I can't read it. College owns in D-Land. Yeah, this whole thing is gone. It does look like the Alabama. Oh no, it's raised up. D-Land is very, very hilly. Well, there's the palace. A lot has changed here. $4 for this. Mary Martin Ltd. The Palace is now the Palace Pizza. My favorite spaghetti anywhere, restaurant-wise. And this is Massachusetts Avenue. And the Munn Park is where that tree is over there. But anyway, that's Lakeland. I'm sorry if I didn't say that. That's Lakeland, Florida. Where's this? This is Clewiston. Oh yeah, the circles. This is the main drag. That's Lake Okeechobee over there. And this is the main drag. And then these streets are screwy. It's all circular. So you go back here. Whoop, whoop. But the Clewiston Inn, you see it here. That may be it. Hard to tell. It is hard to place. So this would be the dike, the Herbert Hoover Dike. I think we should take it down. That's my Claremont. That's Claremont. I don't know whether this is, sorry, too much Florida history about. And I thought it was great. This was to go see Ponce de Leon Springs at De Leon Springs, Florida. There used to be a private park, and you would buy this ticket, which was for $1.25 according to this. And this is the ticket they gave you, which was also a postcard. Pretty cool. They were old sugar. The castings were imported by Spaniards. I don't think so. Things people make up. All right. In fact, when it comes to that area, it's really unclear of just where if the Spanish were on that side of what we now call the Ocala National Forest. Well, all right, I had nothing to work with there. I'll have to find something. I'm killing time with all this. I love Florida history, only because I get to know so much about it. I'm sure no one's watching now because I bore the heck out of it. But anyway, there's that. But this is Rob Smith and Swampy's Florida. I have a separate Swampy's Florida page, but I'm just not getting anywhere with it. So I'm moving everything here. And I got away. Well, since nobody's here, who's going to care if I go get a brush that's there? Maybe I'll find that by palette. I'll let things go. Just a moment. I'll walk it. I'm going to assume we have a microphone I'll be carrying with me. Those are markers. Those are cute. There they are. I pulled some images online. I admit I had a lot of those. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I could do something with that. Make it fun. Really don't want to do St. Augustine. It's overdone. I mean, there's so much more about the state. That. Is it on the park? No, this is okay. I'm version with the chain. This is one of us home beach. The ramen restaurant. I did pull out a Sweden house. I could use Sweden house. That here in a lake. I must have 30 or 50 or so big countries. The driftwood. It's funny, they put driftwood, they don't say where it is, but I know there's a number of driftwoods. I'll go take the beach. Hotel looks like here. For now. Yeah, let's do something to keep that. Well, that's just there. Yeah, that's well. My brushes. All crap. Broad brush. Word. Right. Try that brush. Yeah, this would be an interesting drawing to do along Mirror Lake. Mirror Lake is a sinkhole. You can see it's a solution sinkhole. It doesn't collapse, goes straight down, the solution slides in. But I could do something with here with the ducks and some critters feeding the ducks and the lake and the trees. This does not look like that anymore. I could do Sweden House. For those of us who remember Sweden House, have quite fond memories of it. I don't know if it'll do much of nothing, but here's something I could do. This is St. Augustine. Again, overdone. But I could do a horse and carriage thing. And put critters in it. And even going by that building. Or the old schoolhouse or something. Not sure. Not sure. It's called the Old Timer. This is called the Oldest House. The thought. So these are both the old. So this is a redone. The oldest house is redone. Or he said, anyway, don't sound like I'm looking at all that. Interesting thoughts. And I've got images here. Well, they're actually on my phone, and I need to get them into the computer. Okay, so I had a brush. Let's get back to this. As much as I'd like to stay with the history, I do not know where my palette is. Great mysteries right now. Where is my palette? Tonight, 7 o'clock, I'll do a Hobbit to Be. May add watercolor. Maybe the first part may be this, and then I'll add watercolor, something like that. Keep it that simple. That simple. Right here. Oops. Get that out fast, kid. Gotta remember, sometimes you get surprised what you get here. You're adding a lot of color. So when you pick up paint you didn't mean to, and it's like you got yourself all kinds of cheap trouble. Again, this is sketch paper. This is not meant to have this color on it, so it's also not forgiving. You get a good board like the Crescent board. There's better boards out there, but Crescent board is cheap and easy to find. You make a boo-boo like I did here, and you can fix it pretty quick. So wow, my friend Missy talking about earth tones, and this has got them, and then some heavy duty stuff. Whoops. Repeat over here, or I'll be in trouble. Obviously, this grass is very rich. It's like more like Kentucky, the bluegrass state. funny. I was just thinking my friend Rob Mastead as I did this because he likes my artwork, but this is not this. He's cartoonist as I am, and this is kind of not cartoony, but it's more illustrative. But again, just trying to get myself back in the mood to do this kind of work. The blue sky up here. A little more finished than I meant it to be, but alright, it happens. Of course, most of my watercolor I've ever done has been caricature. Quick, dirty, done, out, next. Very hard for me to get control sometimes, because even though I haven't really been doing it much, I do have a couple of watercolor caricatures I need to do. I'm not sure when I'm doing those. I'm just scheduling the book stuff for next week, which I again will probably do here. I think it'll help to also advertise these books, which are not mine, though I write my own. I'm trying to get myself back into the watercolor mood, which is not easy for me, let me tell you. This isn't really going to show up real well either if I scan it. I might take a photo of it. Starting to finally need to do that because the photograph will pick up on these lighter blues. The scanner will not. I'll also be working, I'll have my figure out by 7 what I'm going to do for my next Florida painting. And I will finish up Cabaret Caprice at some point here, probably tonight. But I'm not sure if I'll do that live or not. I don't know why Shay White is doing so much artwork and it doesn't want to tell him that he's doing it. I have to wonder if Shay White didn't draw. Charlotte White, who came up with, who was the one I tribute, I'll give you a tribute of with Hava to Be, did a brilliant online radio program years and years ago. It's just I wish she'd stayed doing that. She was just very, very good with it. She was a kid in high school at the time that went on to university, and it seemed like university just transformed her into a bit of a nutter, unfortunately. Her father's a very skilled involving the electronics and sound and music and so on. I don't know what's happened to him either. He went by DJ Blue Tone. Missed them. That was neat stuff that they were doing. Anyway, alright, well, I'm going to call this done. And again, this is just on sketch paper. I do want to get to the elephant, but we're at noon, so I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to figure out, I got to go do a number of things here before 7 o'clock. But in the meantime, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do for my next Florida painting. I also want to do that one too. So those will be coming up. Thank you very much for watching, being a part of things. I guess I can start this at least. I've got the brushes on. What the hell? Hell on. Oh, but I want the gray I want to use is the gray that's in the, it's the gray that's in the, on the palette. I don't know where the hell the palette went off to. It can't have gotten far. I do it all out as bulletin, but yeah, I don't care as much for this. Again, this is sketch paper, so I'm going to be careful. Surprised when I posted this on Facebook specifically that no one came back with Heinrich Clay, which actually should bother me more than not. Well, folks haven't forgotten Heinrich Clay. But so little regard for history. I was gonna play music. How did I do with the music? I thought I left it on. Maybe I did. It was. Of course, I think it sounds weird on here. As I said, working on things just gets really boring to me. Where did I put the music? Oh, it's weird. I'll go back to painting, I guess. Oh, I do have Clara on here. Maybe it was Shay White who told me about Clara. I never did anything with it. Forgot all about it, actually, at the last moment. Maybe I should go look at it again. I forget these things, but I don't stay with them. They're here and gone again. I got other things to do. But I used to post a lot more on other pages, and they said it stopped. It was too many. Page not found. My page is gone. I don't exist anymore. So the story of my life. I seem to be around and I'm gone again. Yeah, I've seen Shay White's illustrations, or whatever they are. There's little to no feeling of form in any of them. They're very stark in color. There's basically one color, another color, another color. No shadowing, really. I don't believe. Of course, I haven't seen him in a while either. Been a couple months, I think. Oh, well, it's got my letter on it. It says I'm logged in. It just says page not found. What that means? Go to dashboard. Yeah, there it shows me up. Like, to log in. There I am. Voiceover art design. I don't know what Clara is. Oh well. And I may keep it just as simple as that. So there. How about them apples? Well, okay, I'll say that's done too. All right, now I'm going to quit. I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all very much. Rob Smith here. I'll be back at 7 o'clock with a hop and a bee. And if you want, post some words. Maybe I'll even try to remember what I talked with Shay White about car boots and all. Talk to you later. Bye.